Hey, welcome back. We are going to read Genesis chapter 4 today. It starts Cain and Abel. We're into Cain and Abel. You know, we're only in chapter 4 of the first, chapter 4 of the first book. It's book. Genesis is a book. I'm still learning my terminology. And this stuff gets deep today. I think someone gets killed. The first murder in chapter 4 of book 1. Dang, things move fast around here. Anyway, that's my guess. Let's go with it. So, Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. Now Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground. In the course of time, that was Cain. Back a sentence. And Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock, and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. The Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. Cain spoke to Abel his brother, and when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Told you someone was going to die. Now, for a second, let's just go back to God's words here. If you do well, will you not be accepted? Is he saying that the crops are not good? Or, and if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. So is he talking? Did God purposely set these two up against each other to see who would sin? Now, I don't think that either one of what they did was bad. God purposely, I think, set them up to prove to Cain that he did not have a good heart. And God knowing all, knew Cain was going to do this. Now, okay, on one hand, this is just mean of God. You know he's going to kill Abel. Why would you want him to do that? Hopefully the rest of this book tells us that, because it's kind of a mean thing for a father to do, is pit one child against the other till one of them kills each other. Not good in my book. That sounds like sin itself, so then God is sinning. Think about it. There's some depth to that. But let's keep reading. We gotta get to the end of this first before we make too many assumptions. I make too many assumptions. Anyway, so it's chapter 4, verse 9. That's where we left off. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel, your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And the Lord said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and away from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said to him, Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest any who found him should attack him. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. Oh, Enoch is a whole story in itself. We'll get there. I like Enoch. When he built a city, he called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad fathered Mehuel. This is where I'm going to butcher names. I'm sorry. I'm a novice. I don't know this stuff. And Mehuel fathered Methushael, and Methushael fathered Lamech, and Lamech took 2 wives. The name of the one was Adad, and the name of the other Zillah. Adad bore Jabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. Cool. Somebody actually had a job all of a sudden. His brother's name was Jabal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and pipe. The musicians of the world were born. Zillah also bore Tubal-Cain. He was the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-Cain was Namal, so we have a female. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, listen to what I say. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. If Cain's revenge is 7-fold, then Lamech's is 77-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son, and called his name Seth, for she said, God has appointed for me another offspring instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. I'm just telling you, Eve has the dumbest lines in this book. If this was a movie script, she would come across as the biggest idiot in this movie. Oh, we all know that, Eve. Why did you just have to repeat it? For Cain killed him. They could at least add in here sobbing with tears or something. Eve just comes off as this the mother of all earth and those we come from as women. I wonder, they think we're idiots. We are. Anyway, chapter 4, verse 26. To Seth also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. At that time people began to call upon the name of the Lord. Oh my word. I just looked at chapter 5. There's a lot of people's names is in chapter 5. And we're not going to enjoy it. But now, I know that there's times where it's going to be not fun, where it's chapters and chapters, names and history of who was who. These are very important, and somebody out there might want to write them down and keep like a family tree. Okay? I challenge you, develop a family tree from what we read, because you will end up seeing out of the different tribes that developed from family trees where Jesus came from. This genealogy God had all written out to be able to prove that Jesus was a direct descendant of God's chosen people, right? So that's where all this history. So this is a great start right here with Cain and Abel, where they start telling you who was born to who. Start building your family trees. Watch the genealogy grow. I'm not giving it away, but it's pretty cool. Okay, just as a little experiment to yourself, as we go through each chapter, write down each one. There's spaces in between things, so we can still have fun. And we will no matter what. Okay, so, love and light. I will definitely see you guys next time with Genesis chapter 5. Enjoy. Love ya.